What's good, big timers? It's RDL here, and today I want to talk about why I feel like the map offerings in Dead by Daylight are terrible nowadays, because I feel like no one else is talking about this at all. And I normally don't make videos like this, but it has to be done because someone needs to talk about this. Alright, so the first topic I want to talk about is this specific map offering called Garden of Joy, aka Ichorous Loam. I feel like this map offering is one of the worst things to exist on Dead by Daylight, and I'm gonna give y'all a reason why. The main reason is simply because they don't bother to put effort into making new map offerings anymore. Do y'all remember when was the last time we got a new map offering in Dead by Daylight? No, me neither. Nowadays, whenever we get a so-called new map, they make it as some type of variation. For example, if you want to play in that Five Nights at Freddy map, you have to put this offering. If you want to play in that movie theater map, you have to put this offering. If you want to play in the latest Walking Dead map, you have to put this offering. And the main problem with this offering is that you can't directly choose which map variation you want. You basically have to equip this offering and just hope for the best. And half the time, this map offering doesn't even work. Half the time when I put this offering, it doesn't put me in any map variation of Garden of Joy. And half the time this map offering doesn't even work. Half the time when I put this offering, it doesn't put me in any variation of Garden of Joy. It puts me on the completely opposite map. And just in case you don't believe me, I have gameplay footage where I put this offering for both Survivor and Killer, and this is what happened. I'm gonna show it right here. That's exactly what I'm talking about, and not to mention, half of the time it takes probably about 10 or 20 matches to really get into the map that you want to play in. Oh, and crazy thing is, I didn't even know that the movie theater map even existed in Dead by Daylight, because I rarely get to go in that map. The only way you can pick and choose the map variation that you want to play in is to play a custom game. We really have to play a custom game just to try to play a new map or map variation that we haven't played in for God knows how long. Another thing that I noticed is that the last two license maps that we got don't really feel too accurate. When you look at the Five Nights at Freddy map in Dead by Daylight, it takes place in the woods, which is not accurate at all, because if you look at an actual picture of that place, it doesn't take place in the woods. And why would a pizzeria be located in the woods? That doesn't make any sense. And in the new Walking Dead map, all they did is put the hospital building from the very first episode and just call it quits. They couldn't at least add the zombies in there to make it feel like it's a Walking Dead map? Like, come on. Another thing I've noticed about the Five Nights at Freddy map and the Walking Dead map is that they both have two pallets in the same spot. Why are there two pallets at the exact same spot. See, this is how you know they didn't put much effort into these maps. At this point, if they don't want to put in the effort into making a new map and a new offering, they shouldn't do it at all. In the past, whenever we got a new licensed killer and a new licensed survivor, we also got a new licensed map with their own offering so we could play in it. Nowadays, it feels like they just rush through the making of a chapter and they immediately go on to the next one just so they can get their quick cash rather than just taking their time with it so it can look good and be as good as possible. The second topic I want to talk about is the lack of map offerings for each variation of a map. When I check the maps in custom game, I noticed that almost every map in Dead by Daylight has 2 or 5 different variations of the same map. And the reason why I'm just noticing this is because I rarely play custom game. For example, when you look at Cold Wind Farm, there's 5 different versions of that map and they're all under a different name. I never understood why they didn't simply just put a map offering for each variation of the same map. It gets pretty boring playing a certain variation double map after a while. We should be able to play all variations double map in a real game rather than having to play a custom game just to do so. And the thing is, I know for a fact that they're capable of making an offering for each variation of the same map, but they just simply choose not to. The point of this video is that they need to start putting in more effort into their maps again, especially if their maps are licensed, and they need to start making new map offerings for a variation of a map so it could be easier to pick and choose what map you want to go into in a real game. But anyways, if there's anything that I've missed in this video, let me know in the comments. And if you made it this far, thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.